Welcome to the Philosothon UK training for teachers. My name is Mark Smith. Our aim is to train you to run your own school or inter-school Philosothons completely independently. And as we proceed, you will see just how valuable this model is for teaching dialogue, building confidence, fostering rigorous thinking, and facilitating changes in lifestyle as a result of what is discovered in the dialogue process. These meta-competencies grow in a context of shared discovery, which is very powerful and transformative. Well, what is a Philosothon? A Philosothon is a community of inquiry with an I, really digging deep together. But there's a twist, which will become clear soon. We're all used to the debating model, but dialogue, of course, is different. True dialogue sets out to genuinely listen to each other with the intention to comprehend and move forward together. Professor Matthew Lipman used communities of inquiry 50 years ago when he was working with children. He discovered that learning happened when three interdependent elements developed, and here they are. His research found that competencies like reading and organizing and writing clearly and relating to others with kindness are vital in education. We need to be able to measure output, what students can do. But these competencies need overarching meta-competencies, higher order qualities. And the community of inquiry model helps to develop these cognitive and critical self-reflective capacities. So meta-competencies are vitally important in the Philosothon and find expression there. So it's really about the 4 C's, and I'm sure you've come across the 4 C's, and I'll give you a chance just to refresh your memory. And I love this slide. It's the way it unpacks each of the 4 C's. And that's exactly what Philosothon delivers. Facilitating dialogue, challenging assumptions, making comparisons, finding examples. And I love this too. The Philosothon incubates dialogue, therapy against the misrecognition of one person by another. Research shows that communities of inquiry make people more like this: thoughtful, reflective, considerate, and reasonable. And our young people are often described as being very superficial and obsessed with their phones and gaming and so on. But we know that our young people are fascinated with philosophy, with ethics, with theology. So what is the twist? Adding the element of competition to a philosophical experience enables students to learn the rules of effective and compassionate dialogue very quickly. They quickly get it and are immediately motivated to abandon the instinctive debating mode. This is the trophy I created for our regional competitions here at King's College. The trophy is awarded and the winning school keeps the trophy for the year and brings it back the next year. And you can design your own trophy. So what are the nuts and bolts of each round? There may be 4 rounds, or you could have as few as just 1 or 2. Students sit in a circle with a facilitator. The facilitator then invites the group to take 30 seconds or so in silence just to tune in to each other and to themselves, a bit like an orchestra would do. And this can be a few deep breaths or just adopting a dignified position. And then the round takes place either in mixed age groups or juniors and seniors. And the facilitator keeps time and makes sure that things run smoothly. And we say to facilitators, don't rescue a student if they're struggling. Rather say to the group, we seem to have been bogged down. What do people suggest as a way to proceed? This is an actual quote from a 10-year-old last year. Common sense doesn't seem to be very common. And it's Aristotle's word, phronesis, for common sense. He taught that wisdom is not just knowing the facts, it's about ethical living. And see how phronesis is found in the bottom right quadrant. It's about changing the way we live, not just what we think. So here are some questions I pose at the end of each round for the phronesis. You can design your own questions. But what about the judge? The judge sits outside the circle, scoring each student using a set of criteria. Collaboration scores high, facilitation, deep listening, asking for clarification, questioning assumptions, even asking for help. All of these score high marks. And grandstanding, unverified, simplistic statements score low marks, non-participation as well. And you'll notice each student has a name badge. Here's an example of a judge's score sheet. So the judge simply allocates a score in each category and then adds them up for each student. You can fiddle with the score sheet and make it more user-friendly. But what about stimulus material? There are a few examples on the Philosothon website, but you can design your own and create some questions at the end. The key is to make the material challenging but age-appropriate. Here's an example from Hinduism of the blind man and the elephant. You could think up some meaty questions for this one. And this one works very well for younger children. So what about the research findings? I've just put together some research findings here. For the past 50 years, there's been a lot of research into communities of inquiry. I'm just going to let you scan through these without comment. So thank you for your attention today. My name is Mark Smith, and you can contact me if you'd like to know more. Our website has free downloadable resources. I think you'll see a list of those coming up now. But please do contact me via the website or using the email address which you'll see on the screen in this last slide. Thank you very much for listening.